What's up, guys? Welcome back to our Drift channel. Yeah, been busy doing stuff. Yesterday, Robbie did a lot of the wiring, so basically fitted off sensors and stuff. Even labeled them with his fancy labeler, the drive-by-wire plug in that for the throttle body. Pretty sick. All the coil pack wiring's done, neatly paired off. Each one's numbered with the labeler. It's all mil spec wire and what do you call the heat shrink? Ray cam. So it's military spec wire and fireproof heat shrink, and it all costs lots and lots of money. So it shouldn't ever burn. Hopefully not. But so mostly just inside to finish up, do the earth neutrals and yada yada yada. Boring stuff, but ran into a bit of a issue with my plenum. So it's a cheapie. These things are made in China. Lights on. So basically, the flange is they CNC it, then they weld this thing together. But when they weld it, it bows the flange. So there's a big bow on the flange, which means the water galleries, which are these, they come out of the head into these pipes, and then all these fittings. There's another one here. There's meant to be another one there, and they all flow into a pipe which goes back to your radiator. That's where the coolant basically comes out of the engine. Basically on the back, it doesn't seal. There's a known problem with these manifolds. So I need to get that face milled flat, basically. So I took it to a machinist, and he said he couldn't be bothered, basically, spending hours trying to make a jig to hold it down. So I said, I'll make the jig and bring it back and make a half-hour job out of it. And he's like, yeah, sweet. So I'm making up this metal contraption, which I'm going to weld together so that he can bolt it down, basically. So obviously this will be the bedside. If that makes any sense. I go on the machine. It's upside down, basically. So yeah, he'll be able to bolt it down to his bed, nice and easy. I'll weld the brace on as well to stop it from wobbling this way and that way. But and then he'll just be able to do a pass, take about 1 millimeter off the flange, maybe 1.5 mil, and fix that right up. So yeah, probably not the easiest way to go about a fancy manifold, but that said, these things are $1,000, and what's the fancy ones? Plasma Man manifolds, whatever they are, like $2,500 or more. So I'll probably get this one fixed up, and I've only spent like $1,300 really. So it's probably still cheaper, but obviously you have to have a welder to make jigs and things. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to weld this up. Stay tuned. Alrighty then. So I've welded it all up, and I've actually made a bolt-on brace here to go down to the machine bed on the machine, and when the guy is going to bolt it down, the machinist, and then to stop it from actually getting any vibrations backwards and forwards, because he's going to machine it this way, obviously. I welded a brace on here for him to sort of hold it all. He can adjust that and pull it across and bolt it into whatever groove he wants. But yeah, these things, they're bowed and they're a little bit twisted as well, I guess, from when they weld it all onto the flange and the heat goes through it all and it moves. But I think people bolt them up. They also complain that these things leak, so the coolant goes through these square sections here and here, and I reckon they put them on, bolt them up, and pull them up tight to the head. Maybe they can flex it up enough, maybe the gasket takes up the gap and it doesn't leak. But eventually, I guess it gets hot, and the heat goes through the manifold, and you put that pressure on it trying to pull it back straight, and it must crack on the welds somewhere. So anyway, I'll show you You see? This is a milled straight edge. Let's try it. Hey. Put that right there. What's under that end? It's on this end as well. Touch in the middle. So it's got like 1.5 mil bow at each end. So hopefully it doesn't have to take too much off to get it to go straight again. But you can, yeah. Anyway, so that's fun, isn't it? Nothing better than buying $1,000 part and it doesn't work. But anyway. And yeah, for anyone looking to do this themselves, I'm going to cut these off afterwards. So I've welded it all together, so literally you'll see they go through the actual manifold there. So I'm going to have to cut them off with a grinder. This is a one-time use item, so I can't even like give it to someone else to use. So I'm going to chop it up afterwards. It took me quite a while to make sure that these pieces were all the same length, exactly the same length, the uprights, to make sure that it like sat, level. So I actually had to cut them and then file them down slowly until I got them to the right length, use a square and stuff, things like that. But anyway, that project. Well, it's raining, so gonna have dinner. Thanks for watching. Just a quick one. See you next time. Trying to put this car together, get it finished. Bye.